Thunder breathing. One of the most striking and powerful breathing styles in Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, is thunder breathing. Its name, which comes from sun breathing, highlights great speed, accuracy, and electrical energy, the raw force of a thunderclap. Jigoro Kuwajima was the first known practitioner of the technique, and later taught it to his disciples, including Zenitsu Agatsuma and Kaigaku. Though Zenitsu is credited with creating the unique seventh form, Hanoikazuchi no Kami, known as Flaming Thunder God, there are 6 forms of thunder breathing. The first form, Thunderclap, and Flash are the most recognizable forms, and they all replicate the chaotic character of lightning. In major encounters, including the defeats of the Tongue Demon in Chapter 23, the Spider Demon Brother in Chapter 33 and 34, and he defeats Kaigaku and completes the revenge in Chapter 145 by using 7th form, which he struggles to do throughout the series. Zenitsu, the main user of thunder breathing, employs this approach, demonstrating his transformation from a fearsome swordsman to a powerful demon slayer. During the Nadagumo Mountain arc are noteworthy moments that demonstrate his emotional development and mastery. Users of thunder breathing frequently have a yellow aura like lightning, which raises the intense impact of their attacks. Its dependence on speed demands extreme physical conditioning despite its great power. Its employment frequently results in opponents and landscapes scarred by its overpowering force, signifying both its destructiveness and beauty. Chapters 20, 21, 28-29, 144, 146, and 200 of the manga capture the spirit of thunder breathing and its pivotal moments. Water breathing. One of the 5 primary breathing styles that comes from sun breathing in Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, is water breathing. Water breathing, which mimics the flow and fluidity of water, is renowned for its smoothness and accuracy. It was initially created by a swordsman who wanted to modify sun breathing to fit his own fighting technique, focusing motions that match the smooth flow and overpowering power of water. Notable swordsmen including Sakonji Urokodaki, Giyu Tomioka, and Tanjiro Kamado have continued its history. However, the series does not identify its first known user. Giyu Tomioka is the only one possessing the 11th form of water breathing, Dead Calm. This method is thought to be among the most effective for stopping several attacks at once. Several powerful demons have been vanquished thanks to the technique, including Rui, who was lower rank 5 in Chapter 39, who was severed in the neck by Tanjiro using the 10th form, Constant Flux. In Chapter 44, Giyu demonstrates Dead Calm, killing demons with unmatched control, with waves and currents appearing as a component of the swordsmanship style. Its images are similar to flowing water. As seen in Chapter 3, mastering water breathing requires practicing in challenging environments, such as beneath waterfalls or close to rushing rivers. Tanjiro's development is significantly influenced by water breathing, which helps him go from being a novice swordsman to a professional demon slayer. Notable sequences include Tanjiro's confrontation with Kyogai, the drum demon, in Chapter 25, where he uses water-breathing tactics to adjust to the demon's shifting space attacks, and his usage of the first form, Water Surface Slash, to decapitate the temple demon in Chapter 4. Following Rui's loss, Tanjiro begins training Hinokami Kagura, which eventually leads to his mastery of sun breathing, signifying the progression from water breathing as a basis. Battles frequently leave the protagonist emotionally and physically damaged, highlighting the rigorous nature of the style. Chapters 3, 4, 25, 39, and 44 are among the manga chapters that most prominently depict water breathing. Mist breathing. One of the special breathing styles in Demon Slayer is mist breathing, which is based on wind breathing. Mist breathing, which is well known for its sharp and secretive tactics, focuses on tricking opponents with quick, unexpected blows that are hidden by mist illusions. Its roots can be found in Muichiro Tokito, a young genius who rose to become the Demon Slayer Corps' Mist Hashira. Muichiro's traumatic past, when he lost his twin brother to a demon attack, influenced his resolve and proficiency in this art. Mist breathing creates a hazy and confusing battlefield, with quick, accurate movements covered in mist. Its greatest form is the 7th form, Obscuring Clouds, which is one of the most formidable tactics in the series because of its combination of blinding speed and complex surprise. Muichiro's fight with Gyoko, an upper rank 5 demon, in chapters 116, 123 is one of the most notable scenes. He uses mist breathing to its best, and defeats the demon with amazing accuracy. Since the victory demonstrates his extraordinary talent and determination, the aftermath shows Muichiro's development. As implied by its name, mist breathing's distinctive aesthetic features calm, mist-like effects during assaults. Although it hasn't been widely employed to defeat other demons outside of Muichiro's experiences, its versatility makes it useful against a range of enemies. enemies. Flame breathing. One of the 5 core breathing styles that emerged from sun breathing is flame breathing, which captures the destructive and severe character of flames. Ancient swordsmen made it in an attempt to mimic the pure force of sunlight. Shinjuro Rengoku, whose family has practiced flame breathing for many generations, is the first person known to have used it. The most famous student is Kyojuro Rengoku, also known as the Flame Hashira, who was one of the most powerful demon slayers due to his proficiency in this art. The 9th form Rengoku is the most powerful of flame breathing's techniques, with a full-force, scorching slash that may burn demons to ashes. Flame breathing's methods are distinguished by their blazing look and devastating offensive potential. With flame-like streaks that resemble burning fire, flame breathing is visually striking. Among the most notable moments is Kyojuro's fight against Akaza in the Mugen Train arc in manga chapters 63-66, in which his use of flame breathing demonstrated his unmatched ability and resolve despite impossible challenges. Tanjiro and the Demon Slayer Corps were forever changed by Kyojuro's untimely death in this combat. Flame breathing was essential for taking down many lower-ranked demons, but its failure to destroy Akaza brought to light the restrictions and the unforgiving nature of demon fighting. Following Kyojuro's passing, the remaining demon slayers became even more determined to uphold his legacy, especially Tanjiro. In key chapters like Chapter 54 named Rengoku, Chapter 65, A Flash of Light, and Chapter 66, the manga goes deeply into flame breathing, solidifying it as one of the most recognizable breathing styles in Demon Slayer. Love breathing, a variation on flame breathing. Love breathing is specially designed to let the user express their feelings while fighting. It was created by the Love Hashira, Mitsuri Kanroji, in addition to her extraordinary strength and flexibility, which were refined by her increased muscular density 8 times that of the typical human. According to her biography, Mitsuri initially struggled with accepting herself because of her physical powers. As a result, she changed flame breathing to a more expressive and fluid style that fit her particular body type. A thin, whip-like Nichiren sword is a special weapon needed for love breathing, which is notable for focusing speed, agility, and whip-like sword movements. The 2 most potent of its 6 forms, Shivers of First Love in Chapter 112 and Cat Love Shower, demonstrate her capacity to take over opponents with constant, unpredictable blows. During the confrontations against Hantengu's clones in Chapters 124, 127, and Zohakuten, who was Hantengu's strongest clone in Chapter 127, Mitsuri's love breathing was crucial. In addition to rendering these powerful enemies helpless, her beautiful yet fatal methods showed her fierce loyalty and compassion for all people. Her courage and selflessness resulted in the fight against Muzan Kibutsuji during Chapters 183-192, when her last assaults, despite her severe wounds, played a crucial role in Muzan's eventual loss. Because Mitsuri's methods and personality showed the harmony between compassion and strength, the effects of her application of love breathing left a lasting impact. As one of the most likable and influential fighters in the series, Mitsuri's achievements are honored throughout the Demon Slayer Corps. Beast breathing. In Demon Slayer, beast breathing is a unique breathing style that is based on wind breathing and represents the wild and instinctive characteristics of wild creatures. Inosuke Hashibira, a demon slayer who was raised in the mountains and naturally honed the skill, invented it. Beast breathing, in contrast to conventional breathing styles, focuses on rough, natural movements that resemble the force and aggressiveness of animals in battle. Inosuke's combat style is wild and deadly because he uses dual serrated Nichiren swords and unpredictable animalistic tactics. Among the strong forms are 7th Fang, spatial awareness, which gives Inosuke the unusual ability to sense movement and find rivals in his immediate environment, and 8th Fang, explosive rush, which enables him to charge at enemies with amazing speed and ferocity. The Father Spider Demon. Chapter 34 on Mount Nadagumo and the Daki and Gyutaro pair in Chapter 94 during the Entertainment District arc are 2 notable demons vanquished with beast breathing. Inosuke and Kanao's combined slicing of Doma's throat, his relentless battle against Muzan Kibutsuji, are 2 of beast breathing's pivotal scenes. The origin of the style symbolizes the adaptability of people against powerful foes, and is a reflection of Inosuke's wild upbringing, where he learnt to live via instinct and aggression, rather than formal training. In the Demon Slayer Corps, beast breathing's unadulterated nature is evident, demonstrating how power and survival instincts may carve out a distinct niche for demon hunting. Sound breathing. One of Demon Slayer's most flashy and explosive breathing styles, sound breathing breathing perfectly captures the flamboyant character of its only known user, Tengen Uzui. This distinct fighting style stands out by its rhythmic, sound-based tactics that confuse and destroy demons with explosives and overwhelming speed. Tengen created sound breathing, a fatal and unpredictable style that was derived from thunder breathing, by merging his extraordinary hearing with his ninja skills. With the help of explosives to maximize destruction, its potent methods, such the fifth form, String Performance, unleash an upsurge of destructive attacks using dual knives connected by chains. Tengen's fight against Daki and Gyutaro, the upper rank 6 demons, in the Entertainment District arc in Chapter 70-97, is one of the style's most recognizable scenes. Tengen uses sound breathing to overcome Gyutaro's poison and continuous attacks in one of the most iconic scenes in Chapter 92, which opens the door for his comrades to attack. Although sound breathing by itself cannot vanquish any demons, Tengen's proficiency with this technique is essential to Daki and Gyutaro's beheading. Sound breathing is left without a replacement after Tengen retires from this intense battle owing to serious injuries. Sound breathing is still one of the most unique and influential breathing styles in the series because of its explosive tactics and memorable battles. Flower breathing. Derived from water breathing, flower breathing is a clean and refined breathing style in Demon Slayer. It highlights smooth, dancing motions that resemble blossoming flowers, frequently paired with extraordinary agility and improved vision. This style was first mastered by Kanai Kocho, a former flower Hashira, and later passed on to her adoptive sister Kanao Tsuyuri, making both the only notable users. Flower breathing's most powerful form is Final Form, Equinoctial Vermilion Eye, which sacrifices the user's sight to enhance their perception of target movements, allowing for near-flawless attacks. With floral visuals to go along with each attack, the style is visually appealing and represents the beauty and might of nature. Among Kanao's most important moments are her battle with Doma, upper rank 2, in which she deals with the fatal blow in addition to Shinobu's poison. Kanao's use of flower breathing to hold Muzan Kibutsuji at bay during the last battle in Chapter 195 is another pivotal moment. Doma and other minor demons are among the demons vanquished in this manner. According to flower breathing's history, Kanai's calm yet strong attitude motivated Kanao to get above her emotional obstacles and stand up for her convictions. Because of the pressure of its final form, its users are frequently exhausted after using it. 195 in Muzan Final Battle are among the manga chapters that showcase flower breathing. As a representation of inner strength and grace, this breathing style captures the beauty and tenacity of its practitioners. Insect breathing. The distinctive and complex breathing style of insect breathing in Demon Slayer is a variation of flower breathing, which is an element of water breathing. To make up for her lack of physical power required for other breathing styles, the insect Hashira, Shinobu Kocho, created this style. The utilization of fast thrusts and stings, combined with a deadly wisteria-based poison, allows insect breathing to replicate the swift, accurate, and poisonous actions of insects. Its subtle yet deadly techniques demonstrate Shinobu's creativity in modifying her fighting style to fit her limits. The most famous method, Dance of the Butterfly, Compound Eye Hexagon, overpowers and poisons the opponent by delivering several fast sends in a circle. During Shinobu's fight with Doma, the Upper Moon 2 in Chapter 140, insect breathing played a significant role. Her special poison rendered Doma extremely weak, which prepared the way for Kanao and Inosuke to eliminate him in Chapter 162. Shinobu proved her knowledge and tenacity by using insect breathing to destroy high-level demons with her final attack and calculated sacrifice. As demonstrated in Chapters 41 to 43 of the Natagumo Mountain arc, Shinobu used this breathing style to defeat lesser-ranked demons in previous noteworthy scenes. With her butterfly-themed haori and delicate movements that mimic an insect in flight, her elegant yet deadly fighting technique also makes a lasting visual impression. When insect breathing is used against demons, the demon frequently dies from poisoning instead of being beheaded, which makes it a unique technique in the series. Serpent breathing. Inspired by the curved and random motions of a serpent, serpent breathing is a distinctive and complex breathing style in Demon Slayer. As a variation of water breathing, this method was created by Iguro Obanai, the first and only person known to have used it, demonstrating its flexibility and smoothness. With quick, twisted blows that confuse and overcome opponents, serpent breathing's combat replicates the wild twists of a serpent. Its most potent form, Slithering Serpent, embodies its smart nature by enabling the user to launch cutting attacks in a convoluted trajectory that hits several foes at once. Alongside the other Hashira, Iguro played a crucial role in the climactic battle against Muzan Kibutsuji in manga chapter 194, where he notably performed serpent breathing. He showed unrivaled bravery and accuracy in chapter 197, employing serpent breathing to shield his love interest Mitsuri and Tanjiro from Muzan's devastating strikes. The beginnings of the breathing style are closely linked to Obanai's traumatic past, as is told in Chapter 198, in which he fought over the horrifying mistreatment he endured at the hands of his family, who worshipped serpents. He created this look as a representation of his survival and fight. Iguro's snake, Kaburamaru, which helps him read opposing assaults, frequently complements the visually arresting, fluid, yet quick movements of serpent breathing. Numerous Muzan spawns in the last arc, and Nakime, the Biwa demon, in Chapter 179, are among the noteworthy demons that serpent breathing has fought. Despite its beauty, Iguro's valiant sacrifice in Chapter 200, where he passes away from his wounds after aiding in the destruction of Muzan, marks the end of serpent breathing's legacy. Serpent breathing is one of the series' most remembered skills because of its tragic yet worthy story. Wind breathing. One of Demon Slayer's original breathing styles, wind breathing is a direct originated from sun breathing. It is distinguished by its violent, quick, and uncertain methods that resemble the intensity of windstorms. For users who valued raw power and chaotic motions, wind breathing was created to modify the concepts of sun breathing into a more adaptable approach. It is hypothesized that the first user was an early sun breathing disciple. The most prominent user in the series is the Wind Hashira, Sanemi Shinazugawa. Techniques like Gale Sudden Gusts and Dust Whirlwind Cutter, which provide quick, cutting attacks that can confuse and take over demons, demonstrate Sanemi's mastery of this style. Idaten A Storm, his strongest form, unleashes a destructive whirlwind that can tear opponents to pieces. As a demon slayer, Sanemi's solid anger and unrelenting resolve are fueled by his traumatic background, which includes the heartbreaking death of his family to demons. In crucial conflicts, like Sanemi's combat with Gyomei Himejima in Chapters 166-173 against upper rank 1 Kokushibo, wind breathing is critical. Despite Hashira's severe injuries, Sanemi's fortitude and wind breathing skills play a crucial role in testing Kokushibo's limitations throughout this encounter. Previously, Sanemi's contact with Nezuko Kamado in Chapter 47 shows wind breathing as he tries her ability to withstand bloodlust, demonstrating his aggressive yet careless style. Although particular examples of lesser demon confrontations are less described, wind breathing's destructive powers are utilized to destroy a large number of demons throughout the book. As a sign of its turbulent nature, its aftermath frequently leaves the battlefield in disarray. Wind breathing is one of the most recognizable and fierce breathing styles in Demon Slayer because of its dynamic methods and connection to Sanemi. Stone breathing. In Demon Slayer, stone breathing is a unique breathing style that evolved from earth breathing and was developed by expert swordsman Minato Miyagi, who was motivated by the unbreakable power of stone. In order to replicate the tenacity of rocks and mountains, this technique places a strong emphasis on stability, defense, and tremendous power. Minato Miyagi, the first user, created stone breathing in a hilly area in an attempt to find a method that would counterbalance demons' unstable nature by embodying unwavering strength. Gyomei Himejima, the stone Hashira, who is the strongest among the Hashiras, is a well-known user. He uses a special spiked axe and flail to carry out its potent techniques such as Granite Avalanche Strike and Immovable Fortress, which emphasize overwhelming force and impenetrable protection. The appearance of enormous rock formations surrounding the user is what defines stone breathing's visual aesthetic. In the Infinity Castle arc in manga chapters 171-179, Gyomei's skill is on full display, particularly during his battle with Kokushibo, upper rank 1. Here, he demonstrates the full extent of stone breathing's power by temporarily stalemating Kokushibo using the form Eternal Mountain Defense. Gyomei plays a crucial role in the demon's ultimate destruction, even if he does not defeat Kokushibo by himself. Unnamed high-ranking demons from Gyomei's previous encounters, which are described in flashbacks throughout the book, are among the other noteworthy demons that were killed with stone breathing. The battlefield is frequently left in ruins following its use, signifying the pure, firm might of stone. Demon Slayer's steadfast fortitude and overpowering strength are still demonstrated by stone breathing. Moon breathing. Moon breathing is one of the oldest and most potent breathing techniques. It is a powerful and ominous breathing style that evolved from sun breathing. The first and only known user of moon breathing, Kokushibo, is associated with its creation. The inventor of sun breathing, Yoriichi Tsugikuni, had a twin brother named Michikatsu Tsugikuni, known as Kokushibo Upper Moon 1. Michikatsu turned into a demon and learned moon breathing because he was jealous of Yoriichi's remarkable talents and was afraid of his death. This allowed him to overcome human limitations by combining his techniques with his demonic abilities. Kokushibo's katana, empowered with his demon blood, produces crescent-shaped slashes that resemble moonlight, which are the hallmark of moon breathing. There are 16 known variations of the process, and each one is more destructive than the others. Notable forms that may overcome multiple opponents at once are the 6th form, Perpetual Night, Lonely Moon Incessant, and the 16th form, Moonbow, Half Moon. These forms produce chaotic crescent-shaped blades. episodes. Kokushibo's crucial fight against Sanemi Shinazugawa, Gyomei Himejima, Muichiro Tokido, and Genya Shinazugawa in manga chapters 165-175 is one of the key scenes featuring moon breathing. These chapters disclose Kokushibo's terrible past, which highlights his guilt and sadness in spite of his relentless quest for power. Because of its demonic origins, moon breathing is special in that it was never inherited by another user. Numerous demon slayers, including the Mist Hashira Muichiro Tokito, were killed thanks in large part to it. But in chapter 176, Kokushibo finally dies, although not before a short return to humanity. One of the most tragic and strikingly beautiful breathing styles in Demon Slayer, moon breathing's aftermath highlights the terrible cost of Kokushibo's demonic transformation, sun breathing. Yoriichi Tsugikuni, the first Demon Slayer, developed sun breathing known as Hinokami Kagura, the most powerful and original breathing style in Demon Slayer during the Sengoku era. All other breathing styles, such as water, flame, wind, thunder, and others, are built upon it. In order to combat Muzan Kibutsuji and his upper moons, Yoriichi, the strongest character of the series, was born with the Demon Slayer mark, created sun breathing, which copies the sun's blazing beams. The Hinokami Kagura dance is the Kamado family's way of passing down the techniques. The main character, Tanjiro Kamado, picks up this approach from his family's practices. The most prominent of its forms are Clear Blue Sky, Fake Rainbow, and the ultimate 13th form, which is intended to assault Muzan's 12 key organs at once. Its forms are varied, combining explosive attacks with fluid, flame-like movements. With its flaming, glowing arcs that represent the sun's capacity for both life and destruction, sun breathing is a breathtaking sight. Yoriichi defeating Muzan in chapter 187, Tanjiro mastering it against Rui in chapter 40, and later Upper Moon 3, Akaza chapter 152 are significant scenes. In confrontations against demons, sun breathing techniques were crucial, and they were particularly responsible for Muzan's defeat in the last confrontation in chapter 200. The aftermath demonstrates Yoriichi's legacy's influence on the Demon Slayer Corps, as well as Tanjiro's development as the style's heir. Sun breathing, which represents the fight against Muzan's darkness and the hope of the sun's endless brightness, continues to be the most important breathing style in the series.